Hey everybody, this is Mark, and I'm building a Bearhawk Companion. So I thought I would document it using video instead of putting out a website as I did on my RV8. So I just got the kit in June 12th, 2021 to be exact. And I've been working on it for a little over 3 months now, today being September 27th. And I thought I would just do a quick video to talk about some of the things that I've done. And if you have any questions or anything, just put them down below and I'll be happy to try to answer them. All right, let's start with the front of the airplane, obviously. We've got the engine mounted. And the firewall, I've added a couple of stiffeners here. The firewall is pretty flexible, is probably the best word for it. And you need to find some way to stiffen it up a little bit, as well as provide a structure that you can hang things off of. So far I've got the engine ground strap attached and a couple of wire pass-throughs. So, and as you can see down on the bottom, I also have the fuel line underneath the boot camp. We have an electric fuel pump. We're going with a IO 360 angle valve engine, 200 horsepower. And as I said, it's an IO, so it's fuel injected. Fuel injected engines need fuel pumps. And so we've got a fuel pump mounted. I'll do another video at some point. I'll take all that off and show you how I mounted that. Moving back, the boot cowl is kind of done. I'm not sure that it's going to be fully done for a while. I keep finding things to tweak, but it is pretty close to being done. Moving a little further back, we have the avionics tray mounted, and I'm going a little off the reservation here, and I'm going to mount the throttle, mixture, and prop control below the level. These tabs right here are going to come off. As a matter of fact, this is the here's the panel. Just got it back the other day. See if I can get back far enough to show it to you. Hopefully it won't fall off the I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I've got to get my original panel back. They forgot to send it back to me, and I've got to match drill all the mounting holes on it. But everything seems to fit just perfectly. So anyway, we've got the floorboards in. Obviously, I've coated them with a wing walk material. And I've been asked, why did I do that? And I did that because I wanted a rugged floor. That's the bottom line. Is I want to be able to throw bags and things in the back. I do a lot of pilot and pause missions, and I'm going to be putting dogs back there as well. So a little rubberized wing walk material will give them and their paws something to grip as well, even though I usually cover it with a moving blanket or something. One thing to keep in mind in building one of these is that you really want to get all of your wiring and everything done that you would have to crawl inside the fuselage to do. And you want to have that done before you cover it, because obviously you can reach in very easily right now. But once it's covered, you can't do that. So I have mounted the elevator servos for the autopilot as well as the trim servo. I've added a couple of access panels. That's the leading edge of the horizontal stabilizer. I need to add some back here, a couple of access panels right in this area because of the elevator control horns. I have connected all the wiring from the rear and strung it up to the front, so that's done. I've actually created the antenna mounting plates with the doublers. So that's for the transponder there. I've mounted the static ports and piped those up to the back of this area here, and then also added the avionics in the back. I wanted to try to keep as much out from behind the panel as possible, just to make it easy to get to. So I've got the transponder mounted in the top right part of this. Got the ELT down at the bottom. The AHRS for Dynon is mounted there and connected to the static ports, and then I've got one of the Dynon network hubs and a fuse panel and a ground panel there, so that I can minimize the number of wires going up. Moving up, this is the GPS mounting deal, and I'll be covering all of this with fabric, and so the antenna will be mounted through the fabric to these mounts. So the wiring comes forward and comes into the panel area, and it looks like a rat's nest now. Hopefully it won't look as bad in a little while, but I do have the audio panel wiring and the comm wiring done. I have to wire the push-to-talk switches and some other things there. Brake lines are done. I'm going with the ACS brake line or brake master cylinders. I have those in my RV8, and they've been trouble-free. They're good. So and it greatly simplifies the plumbing. All the fuel line wiring is done. I've got the Dynon EMS, engine management system, box mounted, along with the BNC voltage regulator mounted, and the TCW Smart Start module. Moving over to the right, we have the battery mounted to the rear side of the firewall, and I've got another fuse panel. There's my master contactor. Got some wiring left to do, but the objective was to try to get as much of it done and get it toward the front so that I could work on the fabric. So that's pretty much where I am. One other thing, we've got the tires inflated and mounted on the wheels. I still have to go in and pack the bearings. They still have the preservative grease on them. I've done a little bit of work on fabric covering. I'm not very proud of it. I may pull it all off and redo it, but the gear's been covered. And then I'm getting myself all set up to go in and begin covering in earnest pretty soon. I have 2 8-foot by 3-foot tables, and that ought to be adequate to spread the fabric out. These fabric rolls come in 6-foot wide rolls, so you've got to be careful about how you handle that fabric, or to be all over the place. That's pretty much it. I'll update the videos as they come. If there's anybody that's got any questions, please feel free, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks very much.